Alright, welcome back to my main menu tour. And this time I want to check on the quest button right here with Accelerate and Toma. There you have all the things you can play in this game. So let's start with the main story first. So as you can see, you have only index and railgun story available for now. You will start at the bottom of the index one, normal, and then you just play each stage after another. The story stage is just a story one. You can also skip the story if you don't like to read it and just want to battle the stages. Right here you see the amount of stamina you need to spend in order to attempt the stage. If you abandon the stage, you only invest 1 stamina and get 7 restored. You only have to beat the stage with 1 star which says completed, and then you can unlock the next stage. But if you want to use the skip tickets here to quickly clear the stage in order to farm the food materials, you need to have it at 3 stars. And those 3 stars usually mean you clear the quest, you don't lose any characters, and also do it in this amount of turns. In this stage is 6 turns. And if I fulfill all those 3 requirements, I get another 10 bonus gecko, meaning I get 40 geckos if I do the stage when I haven't done it before. It's a one-time reward only. And that's basically how the story is going. There are some stages which are designed that you are stuck when you just play out, so you have some time to grade and raise your shards and obtain new shards to build better teams. There's also the hard mode. After you cleared all of normal, you unlock the hard mode for the stage, where you have 4 hard stages which have the same requirements, but those are usually boss stages with hard enemies, so you better came prepared. As you can see, the turn limitation is a bit higher than before, but it's also hard to beat. There can be some special stage requirements, so it's normally if you fight a stage you have like a normal battle, let's go, but there are also some stage debuffs at boss stages sometimes, where you, let's say you are skill silenced for 2 or 3 turns, and you need to find a strategy how to build a team in order to beat the stage. On the top corner right here you see current campaigns going on right now. There's a bonus drop chance for hard materials, like if I would clear a hard stage I would get bonus food and also bonus shards. Usually you want to farm the character stages right here. Let's say you have this green index here, is pretty strong buffer. You should farm her up if you don't have her already, and right now it's a good time to clear her stage and get up to 6 shards. Normally you can drop between 0 and 3 shards, but since the reward is doubled, you can get up to 6 shards. So after you completed most of the index story, I don't know 100% if you need to do all of this or only up to 14, because when I had to do the story, after I cleared 14 I unlocked the railgun story, because the 15 one is the first arc of index 3. So it might be the possibility, it's still the case, that you unlock the railgun level when it's 14, when you reach and beat 14 in the index one. And the railgun one is pretty similar structured as the index one. So that should be the most things covered from the story perspective, I think. Let's go over to the next thing, which is evolution quest. So evolution quest, you should do all of those daily. You have the normal stage, and then if you beat 1 stage and you have a high enough level, you unlock the second stage, and so on. You should always go as high as possible, because the higher you go, the more rewards you get. And after you unlock the stage, you should always clear it 3 times with skip tickets to get the highest amount of rewards you can get. For this one I can get only the books. And there is a stage for the MC. If you press this button, it quick switches you to the MC. And you do skip tickets again. As you can see, you get no rewards, but only MC I got like a lot, which is 1.3 million. And some small casual rewards. And this is the newest one, the materials one. 3 times again. Got my materials collected. And as I said, I should do this 3 times a day for all 3 stages. The next thing I want to cover is the co-op play. So for the co-op there is no much to say. As you can see here, there is a power requirement for your teams, and if you have this power requirements at least or higher, you can attempt to fight the stage. So as you can see here, you have this bar on the bottom. 1 bar is the equivalent of 100 stamina spent. Each day you start with 3, and if you spend more stamina a day, you get more bars. Usually you can get up to 12 bars a day if you play without stamina refills. So you should actually spend your stamina each day. In those stages, as you can see, you get the materials I mentioned before. Depending if you have a science or magic enemy, you get more pills or more magic scrolls. There's also those co-op tokens which you should try to collect later on in the game. They lose a bit of value, but they're still pretty good to have. And then you get specific character shards in the stage. There are some stages which have strong characters, so you try to farm them as much as possible. For example, on this Kakine stage, each Friday you get lentil shards, which is a really strong shard for beginner to have. So how does co-op work? When you have your power ready, you can press this button and then build a team. The team you build doesn't matter that much, just can click something together you like. And as you can see at the bottom, my strength is 200k, it's above what is required for the stage. I usually like to keep the auto, and on this button you have the option to select how many times the AI should repeat the stage. So let's say I want to do it 2 times now, I select 2, press this button, and it shows on the top that I'm at the first of 2 battles. And since it's co-op, it's searching for 4 other players, so that we face about a total of 5. What does this mean? You do your turn, and when you finish your turn, you deal your damage to the boss. And after you turn, the other players get checked if they finish their turn. If yes, that damage is also removed from the boss HP. And this goes on and on until he's dead. So usually you have a lot of experienced players doing those stages, so you don't need to spend that much time on good teams, because you get usually carried. I didn't lose any co-op so far, but it could happen. So that is Kakine. We got killed by a friendly player, I guess, because my characters like to buff up. And as mentioned, it already is ready to start the next fight. On the top it says 15 turns, so you need to clear the boss in 15 turns. Usually those bosses have a lot of HP and don't hit that hard. There's also a timer on top right, you have 10 minutes for a fight, but it's usually not that much of a deal because you're fighting automatically. So that's basically it from co-op, I think. Let's head into the next section. Of course I get my rewards first. So I have my 400 coins. I get some food rewards. You can also check this co-op stage in the food overview. So you should clear each stage once a day and use all other attempts on the stage you'd like to farm for this day. The bosses and also the rewards change each day, but those bonus 400 co-op tokens are the same amount every day. So let's head back out and check the simulation on the bottom left first, before I go to the others. This is a simulation tab. So simulation is like, let's say, a dungeon or a tower system. And usually you only have the the top one, I mean. You start with normal, and if you cleared normal you unlock hard and so on. And after you unlocked extreme, you usually just buy a skip ticket a day, the simulation skip tickets, check this one, click the stage, and then just automatically clear it. You can also spend those tickets right here. You get those from specific events, and those just say you get the amount of rewards doubled. I think it's only the MC, but I need to check it when it's again time for another event. It's good to combine them if there's another special reward event going on, to check it, and up until then I normally don't use it. On the bottom right here I see I have one attempt each day to beat one simulation, and those are my simulation coins I have amassed over the time. On the bottom right here, those are special simulations, which are time limited, but also they are harder to beat, but also give more rewards. As you can see here, I already cleared this one, and I will click it briefly to show why it's special, because I cleared it. Damn it, I just cleared it. I hope I can still check it out. Yeah, I can check it out. So for those simulations, you have a list of pairings, which is the amount of 2.5 teams. So when you fight a stage and you lose HP, you don't regenerate. So the characters you bring to a simulation are the ones you have to use until the end, and if a char is dead, it's dead. The pairing is dead. You need to use another pairing. So it's good to prepare strong teams and also good backup characters, synergies, and not just fill it up how you like with the characters. That's what I recommend. There is, on those lower event ones, there is usually a bonus in power. So if I check this one, you can see I get double the damage on purple characters and on blue characters. So if you want to find out what are the current bonuses, just select the characters and you will see if they have the X2 bonus or not. There was one simulation, I think, where it's not color based but type based, where the mental characters were boosted a bit. So you either read this one, this text box right here, or you check the characters just like I recommended. And that's all about simulations. I think I can try to click it, but I think it's already over. So yeah. Okay, I would need to invest geckos in order to fight it again, which I don't want to use right now. So I need to do it globally. So you have in the normal, from normal to extreme, you have different levels, and the amount of levels you have to beat also increases. I think it's only 5 in normal and it's 7 stages in extreme. And you start with a normal stage with 3 normal enemy characters which you have to beat, and then every other stage is a mini boss where you have to fight specific Toaru characters, like Accelerator for example, which is a pretty high amount of HP, sometimes he has ultimate ready as start and so on. Like it's a mix of normal battle, boss battle, normal battle, boss battle. And as I said, it's pretty tough and you can actually switch your characters around before the stage. So if you noticed, hey, the enemies are all sided, maybe you want to swap in some accelerators and before start to beat the stage. That's all I want to say about simulation.